Hey folks, BlackCross here, and it's been a while since I've done a regular unboxing. And let's put it this way, I do want to continue on that trend of having unboxings and stuff like that. There's a few stuff that I could do and everything like that, but one particular unboxing segment that I want to do, and it's basically going to be the biggest part in terms of my game room, my new game room that I'm making and everything like that. Eventually I will do a full-on showcase of the game room once it's fully done. But until then, we're going to be concentrating mostly on this particular unboxing because of the fact that this one is going to go well with the set that I'm working on. So without further ado, here is the unboxing of the Okami figure, also known as, and I hope I pronounce her name right, Amaterasu. If I butcher that name, I apologize. Unlike with previous unboxings that I've done in the past, I'm going to try doing something different, this time with a little bit of a different layout, different setup. But as you can see here, we have the box here. The original box that would ordinarily be shipped to you with the figure itself. I actually like these boxes. I love the fact that they put a lot of detail and care in terms of like making them more not only just displayable, but also collectible as well. As I slowly pull it out of the box, you'll see that inside the box is another box. This one being the main box featuring the figure itself. And the very box is a very nice detailed box. Very beautiful. And of course, as you open it, there's actually a little lip inside of it that if you pull open, underneath it will feature some collector cards that goes with it. And then of course inside the box is the figure itself. And as I'm showing you this particular box and everything like that, I also want to mention too that they've had several figures, different versions of this particular one, of Amaterasu. And originally, some time ago, I thought about wanting to get the bigger variant, the 1-in-4 size. And the only reason why I didn't end up getting it was because A, it would be technically too big. It would be out of scale in terms of what I had planned in terms of my figure setup. But also to price and rarity. It's actually getting harder to get that particular one. But the reason why I wanted to get that particular figure was that it features the ability to change up the equipment that Amaterasu is known for having. You have the default one, you have an alternate one, you have the blade, and then you have the prayer beads. And for those of you who have seen my Okami playthrough, the prayer beads is my absolute favorite weapon to use in the game per se. I absolutely love using that. But it also lights up as well, so that would be a little bit more pricey. This one I was lucky enough to find not only the correct size that I was wanting to get, but also to the correct price that I felt comfortable wanting to buy it. For the entire box set and everything like that, it was practically $200, which is a really good price, I thought. Also, to show you real quickly, it also has the background. I love the background. It's literally like the scenery from the game, where it's basically watercolor and stuff like that. I honestly love how this figure looks. It's very nice. It's actually quite simple. It's got a little bit of detail, but it's very simplistic in terms of how the design is. It's very replicate of the in-game character design. Absolutely love it. Now, a feature that I did not know about this particular statue, now technically, this also is a feature within not just the 9-inch figure, but also with the 1-in-4-inch figure. Some of them will have it, some of them don't have them, depending on which version you get. Will have either a standard or just a light up mode. And I don't know how I ended up with it, but I ended up getting the light up mode version. I didn't know that. I thought it was really cool, so I was able to get the light up mode. Obviously, if you've ever collected First4Figures, you have to have a particular C cable in order to power it up. And here it is in its light up standard version. But it also has a second switch. Where basically, if you go into switch 2, it flickers. Almost like a fire flicker. And I quite like it. It's very nice. And of course, I'll turn off the light to where that way you can see it a little bit better. Look at that. Now that looks cool, doesn't it? And of course, as I mentioned before, this is actually going to be one of the figures that's going to go with my PlayStation 2 statue co-log set. And essentially, the main premise is to have characters that are connected to the PlayStation 2. And basically, it originally started off with Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly Cooper. I was actually looking into it to see if I could find other statue figures, and I found quite a number of them. Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2 was one of them, but unfortunately I never was able to find one big enough to scale well with the other statues. So I thought to myself, I said, I need to have another roughly 10-inch scale figure in order to go with Sora. That way, Sora doesn't feel like the shortest one compared to the other statues that I'll be getting later on in time. And thankfully, Amaterasu will definitely fit the bill. So right off the back, you can pretty much tell that Amaterasu, while yes, doesn't match up with the other three statues, it kind of balances it out with Sora and everything. And in all honesty, I kind of like it. I really do. It really works well. I was not expecting the light thing to be a feature. I didn't know about it. But it works out well, actually. I kind of like it. My future goal with this shelf is to eventually get two other figures. Dante from Devil May Cry 3 and Kratos from God of War, the original God of War from PS2, obviously. So yeah, by the time those two, whenever I finally get around to getting those two, this shelf will be designated for the PlayStation 2 statues. So, hope you look forward to all of that whenever the time comes. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next unboxing. This is BlackCross signing off. Catch you guys later!